Video game bang, video game bang, video game bang. Video game. Mega Ran. Live from the sack, it's the livest. In fact, I'm putting rhymes on this track to put my guys on the map. Updates, geek news, tech talk, and reviews. They can summarize it so you ain't gotta breeze through. Listen once and you're forever fans. And I'm not saying it because their theme song features Mega Ran, the ultimate source of all geek media. Other podcasts, they just don't match up. Need proof? You can check the archives and catch up. Stats off the chain, we have rearranged the game. It'll never be the same. Now it's time to feel the bang.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Video Game Bang, Sacramento's #1 geek and gaming podcast, as voted as the people over at Podcast Daily.
I knew you were going to say daily.
Well, yeah.
You are predictable.
Because I went yearly, quarterly, monthly, obviously weekly. The next one's daily. So, but you can't guess what the next one's going to be. It's going to be a zine that comes out on the hour.
A zine?
A zine.
What fucking year is it?
I don't know. I've been watching a lot of TV Land. You heard her voice, everybody. EmmaSkies is in the house.
I am, and we were just discussing ages and generations, so I guess it fits. You're very old.
Elder millennial.
It's not a thing.
She just said you're very old.
She is not very old. In fact,
You ain't got room to talk, okay?
I mean, hey, I'm not saying anything about it. Damn.
A millennial, Nexy.
Hi.
Not a millennial.
I'm here.
Speaking of not a millennial.
And Nexus is here, Nexus was here, Nexus will forever be. Hello.
Wow.
That was enthusiastic.
That was.
I was like, she's like,
She said that with the cadence as if a crowd said that. You know when a crowd says something, it's all super slow. Like you're in school, the teacher says good morning, you're like, oh hey, good morning, Mrs. Smith. But if the whole class says it, it's
good morning,
Mrs. Smith.
Because that's just how I feel.
It's like if Wednesday Addams had a podcast over here.
Boom. Speaking of Wednesday Addams, Eddie is behind the ones and twos.
What is up? Thank you guys for having me. It's been a while since I've been on your show, but
Thank you for being here, because none of us know how to do what you're doing.
Well, I do. I just don't like doing it.
David does, but
Webb doesn't know.
But here's the thing. David's not good at it, so that's why I'm here.
I will concede to that, because every time I'm behind that, some shit goes wrong. And that's not going to be today, folks.
And I just refuse to learn.
Well, you know what? I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm able to be with you guys today, tonight, actually. And, yeah, I'm excited to just join in the conversations with y'all.
For those who don't know, Eddie is from our sister show over on the CW called the Filmlosophers.
Yes.
Do I give a quick pitch about what your show's about?
Yeah, we're the show that gets into the movies you love and digs a little deeper. We just recently did a run on the first Rambo film, First Blood, and dropped it in time for Rambo Day. Actually,
Is it Rambo Day?
Today is essentially announced as Rambo Day, so we were able to drop that episode for that. And we're looking forward to do, obviously, the last film in the franchise, Last Blood, but kind of in more local, coverage. We actually just covered CrockerCon. And
dope. How was that?
It was really good. We had a slew of different podcasts on, a slew of different people, including, and those who cosplay at the table may know of this name, we got a chance to talk to Odin Makes.
Oh, yeah.
So that was actually really cool, and getting a chance to, hear him and hear his thoughts. I see you, David. You're not slick. No, he's a YouTuber who makes, props and weapons and whatnot for cosplayers. And so he shows you how to make them, on a really good budget. So, and he's local. I didn't know that, but he's local. So,
my biggest question out of everything you just said is how does one celebrate Rambo Day?
One celebrates Rambo Day by putting a red ribbon around your forehead and pretending to just be like this melodramatic person at work.
You're just in your backyard, like pushing through bushes and stuff.
Oh, completely.
Like that.
You're hiding under filing cabinets and saying, to fight a war, you have to become war. All that kind of stuff. So
Kenny's like, shut the fuck up, Eddie. Get back to work.
It's we're trying to just get this meeting underway. Cut it out.
Get out from underneath the table. Let's do the meeting.
Exactly.
We are brought to you by Energy Esports, Oblivion Comics and Coffee. Stay for the comics, come for the coffee. Said that backwards. And Vast GG Gaming. Go ahead and head over to vast.gg. See the giveaways we got going on. You can follow us over on Twitter. And check us out on Twitch. We got a cool little stream team happening. So today, you might recognize I did not introduce Corey. He is busy in Italy dabbing at the what's that famous fountain?
That
I'm not gonna try to pronounce it.
No, I don't even know the name of it. I saw the photo of it earlier today.
You know damn well what the fountain is, Emma.
It's the fountain where, like, when you throw like things.
It's the fountain from the Hilary Duff movie.
That's what I was just
exactly.
thinking.
No, the Lizzie McGuire movie. My apologies.
Yeah.
The Lizzie McGuire movie.
Yeah.
How could I?
How dare you?
They're different people.
They are different people.
Very different people.
It starts with a T.
Oh, I honestly don't know what it's called.
Don't know? Oh,
I honestly don't know.
You would never know. Anyway,
I would have known it's wrong because it's you, but
rude.
I wouldn't have known what the right one
He
was.
took a picture down. I was like, don't perpetuate American stereotypes. Come on.
And he's wearing his Whitney Houston shirt again. And Corey, if you're listening to this,
my God.
buy a new shirt.
Wasn't he just
Any
wearing
new
that?
shirt. Yes, he wore it to the Capitol Creative Showcase. Buy a new shirt. Elizabeth, burn it. Please.
well, okay, hang on. When he dabbed, though, he wasn't wearing his Whitney Houston shirt. He had his shock sweater on.
All right, now I gotta verify this because
Yeah,
this is.
check it out on Instagram. What's Up Pizzas.
This is just the fucking roast Corey podcast.
Well, I'm not necessarily roasting him.
I am.
And his fucking shoes too, like are just.
I'm just saying, maybe if you're a American ambassador, you're representing this country. Maybe don't dab.
Nobody
in a-
expects
I mean,
anything
he's
unless
wearing
we
his
travel.
Aftershock sweatshirt.
Is it Aftershock, or I thought it was Shock like
Or
like?
oh no, it's Shock. You're right.
Aftershock is a concert.
Yeah.
Also in San Francisco, though.
Whatever.
So you're close.
It's in San Francisco. I thought it was in Discovery Park.
Isn't Aftershock in San Francisco?
I'm 99% sure it's in Discovery Park.
Aftershock happens in Discovery Park too,
Boom! Vindicated.
because that's where they did. That's where System of a Down did their stop here.
Save
I
this
never
episode-
expect anything good to be in Sacramento.
Save this episode, folks. This was the time that Webb was right and Emma was wrong. It's gonna go down in history.
What is that, like one of 530
Holy
now?
shit, Nexy's here.
What?
I hadn't heard her the entire podcast.
Get wrecked.
She's trying to think
It's
of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air jokes I was making before the show.
So we're here Googling.
Yeah, she's over here Googling.
I was actually looking
Bel
at
Air.
the fountain. It's the Trevi fountain.
Trevi, thank you.
Thank you.
Trevi.
I was
Yeah.
gonna add another T in it.
I can
Gen Z for
bring
the win.
information.
Gen Z for the win.
I know how to use the internet.
Well, yeah, because you grew up with it. Because you're
That's-
Gen Z.
It's fine. Okay.
Did you have dial-up?
No.
No. She was born in 1999. No, she never had dial-up.
You're really digging into things that like only like you and I will ever remember. Like having to get those little discs from like Walmart in the stores.
Oh yeah, when you had to. Yeah, when email was not free.
No.
The
Yeah.
AOL samples, like the trials.
Exactly.
That were in, like the physical trials of AOL.
You're like over here buying like a gallon of milk, some pair of pants. Hey, can I get one of those AOL free samples? And
Yeah, but-
you make up a whole new username every time.
So that'll catch you.
Oh, yeah.
We're making fun of Nexy, but Emma probably heard that sound when she was in a crib because she's not that much older than Nexy.
I'm aware of the dial-up sound. I am well aware of the get off the phone. I need to use the internet.
She heard all of this in her playpen when her parents
Wow.
were trying to get online.
Wow.
We have some news to talk
Yeah.
about.
That was a
And
nice segue.
I know. I figured it's on par with the other segues that we have on this episode.
On
Professional.
par. I haven't heard that word in a long while.
Since the last time you said it.
Since the last time I said
Not as good as
We're not getting into that.
I'm on par with
I'm
everything
on
that
par.
you just said.
not as good as Ponfar.
Whenever if you want to know, this is true. This is true. On par is not as good as Ponfar.
Oh.
If you ever want to know if Eddie's listening to you, and he says, I'm on par with what you just said, he has no fucking clue.
I have no clue. So context.
I don't remember what we were talking about. I just remember you going,
It was
yeah, I'm on par with everything he just
so
said.
about like 4 or 5 years ago. I did an interview for VGB with Jason David Frank.
That's right!
And he was going on, and he was just like, he was spending time like, getting the crowd hyped, and then he was talking to us, and he was getting the crowd hyped. It just is typical.
Poster boy for ADHD.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
ADHD.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Company I work for.
And so this was actually because we were talking about it earlier, Emma. It was at a Wizard World.
Yeah.
And so we were talking, and I totally lost track of whatever he was talking about going on. Something about a fight that he was going to be having going with someone else. He was actually going to be.
Hang on, it's Jason Never Frank. You could just assume anything he's talking about involves fighting.
I just figured everything he was talking about was doing another Power Rangers series. Like that's honestly like, oh,
Probably.
he was doing that Morphin Life or whatever for that. What is that?
Oh, Con TV.
Con TV.
Yeah, that's right.
I lost track of whatever the hell he was talking about, and I was just like, sure, I'm on par with everything you're saying. And I'm like, and Yeah,
I'm just glad I wasn't working the camera for that interview, because you would have seen it start jiggling as I'm like sitting there laughing. Because that's also when this is back at the time when we would interview somebody for the show. We would ask them to do a bumper. You know, listen to your video game bang. This is so and so.
Him.
So Jason David Frank, Green Power Ranger for you, Nexy.
No, I know.
Okay, just want to make sure. She had
not the new one.
No,
not the one that came out last year.
I understand.
Solid. Not Zeo.
Oh my gosh.
It was before the Zeo crystal.
Not
Turbo.
Not with the guy from Stranger Things season 3.
The original dinosaurs.
I've seen it. Okay. I know what's happening.
Just want to make sure. So we're getting him to do a bumper, and
that was so hard.
He's in front of everybody, like his whole crowd, right? He goes, "I'm Jason David Frank, and you're listening to Video Game Bang, hiya!" And we're like, no, and everyone's dying, and he's like, "What?" And we're like, "Video game." He goes, "What'd I say?" He goes, "Oh no." Did
and I'm
2
like,
more times.
And we got it on record.
He did 2 more times after that.
Yeah, because he just wasn't able to get it down right. Like, he was like, video game bang?
Well, he was too busy focusing on
the
what
crowd.
karate sound he was going to do.
Oh, yeah.
No. Dragon Ball! Whoa, that was weird. I heard my own voice.
That's not what this
Producer
is,
Eddie over here is
You like
pushing
that,
buttons.
huh?
Don't push buttons when you're alive. I wouldn't even make that mistake.
I gave you a little bit of
Sorry,
echo.
would you
Cut
like
it
to
out.
go sit in the chair?
No. Corey is not here, so we don't have a theme song. So Emma is telling the news.
I feel like
I
we
feel like
have
David
to
should do
start with the most important thing that's ever happened in our lifetimes, and that is that Ash Ketchum won a Pokemon League.
Oh,
Dude, it
my
has taken
Lord
him
Jesus.
longer than I have been alive.
It very much has.
You know what though?
Very much has.
Something that nobody is talking about is the fact
If
that
you say
this...
the Orange League, I will strangle you.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Dude, I thought of that as soon as the news came out, and I'm just like, that
Doesn't
trivia
count.
night.
Doesn't
that
count.
trivia night. Ooh.
No.
that trivia night.
But
Yeah.
He is a poster boy for perseverance. If you don't get something, you keep trying. If it takes you 5 years, you keep trying. If it takes you 22 years...
Maybe you should find
While
another thing
still
to
being
do.
10 years old.
That's my favorite headline.
That's the other thing. Is he still 10?
Yeah, no, so the headline that I saw was like 10-year-old Ash Ketchum finally wins a Pokemon League for the first time in his 22-year career.
Oh my god.
He's a
Oh,
32-year-old, 10-year-old.
And here's the thing, is that the way that he won, it says he countered somebody by hitting him with a counter for the win. Excuse me?
What?
I don't even know.
It was a Pokemon / Magic the Gathering match. You have to get it
Honestly,
right. So
yeah.
I mean that Squirtle brought back that blue
Unsummoned,
reversal.
Quench, like
Squirrel, you surf. What nobody else is talking about too is the fact that how old do Pikachus live for? Because
How old do Pikachus live for?
yeah, you get the gist though. How long does a Pikachu live? Because that Pikachu is 22 years old.
I mean, I don't know that we know the life expectancy of fictional monsters.
but in the
Why
manga
don't we?
they do die.
But when?
Like they're literally killed in fights. There's
No, they're
actually
fainted.
a scene in the manga where they're like cut in half. That's actually
That
how
sounds
Oh, that's
about
just
right for
excessive.
manga.
We're talking about the cartoon.
Anyways, the anime. It actually is an anime.
Does it count as an anime? Because I've been
I'm actually very
argued.
certain that it's an anime.
see, I called it an anime, and
It is
someone's
in
like, "No,
Japan.
that's not an anime."
But
It is an anime.
if it was on Kids WB, I don't call it anime. If I watched it on 4Kids TV, which was a thing that we used to watch when we were kids, it doesn't count as anime.
I think that's
does
something.
not.
I think that's only something that. I think that's unique to you.
It really is. Like my very like you guys are too old for it. She's too young for it. Like it's me.
It's just
Wow.
you.
4
For
Kids
Emma.
TV.
For Emma TV.
4Kids TV.
Was it ran by 4Kids?
No, it was Kids WB, and then they changed the name
Yeah.
to 4Kids.
Well,
See, Kids WB, Animaniacs.
yeah, because that's
Yeah.
where I was, and then it eventually changed the name to 4Kids. Anyway, we're getting off topic. Ash Ketchum finally won a fucking Pokemon League, so I guess we can all go home.
And what
Yay.
Pokemon League was it?
Fuck if I know.
I just know that he looked really weird doing it.
That was I saw somebody posted like one of the Thanos memes, and it was like when Gamora is talking to Thanos in whatever like in the Soul Stone.
Oh yeah, what
And
did
he's
it
like-
take?
He's like, "Did you do it? Yes. What did it cost? art quality.
Wow.
They put a picture of what it looks like now.
That's the thing. It's weird looking.
It's so bad.
It's rough. It's a rough style.
Is he still hanging with Brock and Misty?
No.
They've actually died already.
Of old age, yeah. They
You know
age.
what?
Out. Real quick, theory. The first Pokemon movie, the reason he's still 10 is because of all of those Pokemon tears. They just keep him immortal.
Probably.
So,
yeah,
like-
when he was solidified by Mewtwo.
Hang on, real quick. If you guys don't know, we stream this live on twitch.tv/videogame_bang, and we do occasionally, more so on the Saturday shows, but occasionally on the Wednesday show, talk to chat. No, Steven, I did not say Barack and Misty. I said Brock and Misty.
Barack Obama.
And by the way, we got.
Is he still chilling with Barack and Michelle?
I was just gonna say that was like that's the new relationship going on. You know?
That's my favorite Pokemon companion is Barack Obama.
got out of office and started slinging Pokemon here and there.
I choose you, Barack. Use universal health care.
Wait, is he
I choose
the
you,
companion
Democratic
or is
vote.
he the Pokemon?
Huh?
Is he the companion or is he the Pokemon?
Whatever you want. Whatever fits for the most funny part of the bit. We'll chop the bit up in post, and then we'll make sure it fits the best.
We're not gonna do that.
I'm
No,
crying
we're not
right
going
now.
to do that.
I choose
We'll workshop it.
the
Thanks,
Pikachu to be my place to fight against the evils of justice.
Was that Reagan?
I don't know. We're not bringing up that guy here.
The worst Obama I've heard.
Yeah.
How have we come here? Like, how did we get here? What are we talking about?
By the way,
No, and that's a shocking thing is you're actually on this episode, Emma. This doesn't usually happen when you're on the episode. Usually we're on track.
It is very on brand, given that it's politics technically. So
True.
It's just on brand for me.
by the way, Curtis did mention about if we had seen the actual short film for the Power Rangers, the one with James Vanderbeek and Katie Sackhoff. And yes, that's actually a really good one if you haven't had a chance to see that. There's a director named Andy, what's his name? Or Adi Shankar. He actually did a short film, and it's pretty legit. So
Short film about what? Pokemon?
No, Power Rangers.
Literally
Oh, we're back
just
on
said.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, just talking about that real quick.
Hey, did you guys see the new Power Ranger movie? Or the newer one?
The one from like 2 years
newest
ago?
one?
The one with
Yeah.
the dude from what's
Dr.
his-
Montgomery.
that guy.
Yes. Do you guys see JC David Frank and I don't know her real name, Kimberly?
Yeah.
They were in the crowd,
Eh.
like taking pictures. I was like, oh snap!
David just turned into Internet Explorer. Everybody.
Yeah.
So just so you know,
He's buffering this whole time.
it's like, oh my God, they came out with a Power Rangers movie.
MSN
And they
News.
officially canceled the rest of them. I think that I don't know that they had officially
No!
canceled. Good God, that was
No,
loud.
because they set up at the very end in the after credit scene.
It was supposed to be 5 movies.
They were supposed to.
It was supposed to be
I would've
5.
been there
And it
for
that.
fucking bombed, and they finally canceled the rest of them.
It did
Yeah.
as
That's
well as
so
one would
sad.
expect a Power Ranger movie to be because they called I forget his last name, Tommy, but they like in detention they were like taking a role.
Yeah,
and, like,
he's in the
Tommy-
end credit scene
Yeah,
or mid credit
the
scene.
Green Ranger.
Yeah.
God, that's sad. That just
Tommy-
reminds me of how
what's his name?
Warcraft
Go figure.
did. Warcraft set such a good like foundation for sequels. What?
No, that guy over there on the other side.
Well, okay then.
What else we got?
Going all the way from
Christ.
super fictional to super not fictional. That was a really great segue. Football Manager 2020 is going to be sold in I almost said cardboard packaging. Carbon packaging, everybody.
Carbon packaging. It's gonna get all
Cardboard
over your hands.
packaging. Which I honestly
Be
am
frozen in
very
carbonite.
excited to hear because we were just talking about how shitty
warming.
but like how shitty the Switch packaging is for games.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so
Oh, yeah, 'cause
Football
it's-
Manager 2020 is first of all not a game that I give the least bit of shits about, but good for them. It's I guess Sega and Sports Interactive, and it's it's PC online or PC only, so it's mostly online sales anyway. But I guess all physical packages or all physical games that they sell are going to be, let me make sure I get this right, come in a cardboard sleeve made from 100% recycled cardboard that will be shrink wrapped and fully recyclable, low density polyethylene, and the manual inside will be from 100% recycled paper, and both this and the packaging will be printed with vegetable or water-based ink. Literally every piece of this is recycled.
I like that.
I'm very excited for this.
I am excited for the
That's
nostalgia
nice.
of it because it reminds me of the old demos that you used to get.
Yeah.
Cardboard packaging.
Yeah.
See, Nexy, back in the day when we would get a magazine,
Yeah.
I found
that's
all
a piece
of
of
mine.
paper.
Nintendo
It's like
Power.
a small book,
Yeah.
but it's bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's about video games. We would have demos. Those are
Okay.
short parts of a game.
Yeah.
It's like those
The
things,
cardboard
the things that
sleeve.
you get on the Kindles that are
feel
called
like-
magazines. They were made of paper.
I don't even think anybody's a
Whoa.
Kindle anymore.
What's paper?
Well, paper is
I feel like this bit is played out.
David's
But
fault.
It's got at least one more joke in it.
At least one.
I don't know
Two.
about it. I don't know about it. Use it
Anyway,
wisely.
find
The
it.
final
mean-
joke is just me.
Oh, now it's just depressing.
I know.
So Sega estimates that they're gonna save up to 20 tons of plastic just this year alone, just from this one game.
Huh.
I'm super excited for this. This is a good thing.
I think they're
cannot
being optimistic on how many
fucking
copies they're going to
believe-
sell this game.
I don't know about that. That's that's
That
up to them.
seems...
But like, I can't believe that it's taken us this long to get here, and
Honestly.
that like this game is the first one. Like, why did a bigger studio not do this decades ago?
It's the same reason why big studios don't do new IPs 99% of the time or take chances on games. They don't want to break from what works. If it's working, then
Yeah.
leave it.
I mean, it's
Stop
they
broke,
have-
don't
obviously
fix
not
it.
working.
Sports
for
Interactive
her.
had some strong words.
Well, not to mention, like, if you're looking at, like, sizing and everything like that, not to mention the way everyone else is doing, you don't want to be the odd thumb out and then make it difficult for distributors and whatnot to be able to ship your stuff because they're going to need special packaging and make sure things don't get broken and stuff like that.
But like,
Exactly.
somebody's got to be the one.
yeah,
Somebody's got to be the
Well,
one.
it's always the indie game, companies that come out and they do something and that branches out from the norm. And then once the big companies see the success, then they're like, okay, well, maybe we'll try it.
Yeah, who knows?
So the guy, Miles Jacobson, who is the studio head at Sports Interactive, basically said that, like, he said it has less environmental impact in many different ways, so we'd be stupid not to do it. And if anyone from other games or entertainment companies is reading this, you'd be stupid not to do it too. Like,
Damn.
he's calling them out. He is
Honestly.
calling them out. And all I could think of the whole time I'm reading this is the fucking Switch game packages. You have
Yeah.
Switch, right? Those packages are like, it's like the size of a regular console game for an itty bitty
Exactly.
SD card.
It's smaller. It's a smaller cartridge than what the Nintendo DS was, but it's so much bigger casing. Like, why is the case so big?
And it's hard plastic. I'm like, who asked for this?
exactly.
It's like the biggest waste I've ever seen
like
in games packaging.
They could do a little cartridge that's the size of like a Game Boy Advanced game.
They could.
Like, and yes, I know what a Game Boy is.
Oh, damn, I missed that
I,
one.
no, I actually was waiting for you to jump on that one.
I was catching up on chat. Come on, Eddie.
Hey,
It's a doubles tennis game. If I miss it, you're supposed to be there to hit it.
I also
Where's the beef?
you'd
I mean, just
you'd be surprised that I still have my Game Boy Color in Pokemon Red.
did you buy it
Oh,
afterwards?
that's your
like,
mistake.
It was actually handed down from my older brother.
oh,
So-
okay, that's
and I still
cool.
have my N64, which is right next to my desk
I
at all
still have my
times.
N64.
So
Now she feels the need to prove herself.
Yeah,
And
I
I feel
do.
bad about it.
no, it's fine. I like
I don't.
I like making people mildly impressed over stupid things. So
That should be on your LinkedIn profile.
I make people mildly impressed in me.
What's your biggest strength? I make people mildly impressed.
I mean,
See,
if,
right there. That's
if,
mildly
If we're talking
impressive.
about consistency, the last time that I actually talked with Nexy, I was mildly impressed with her like choice in certain pieces of art and stuff like that. Remember we were talking about like horror and you were going to be so that was mildly impressive. So I mean, hey, kudos to consistency.
see,
She's
Wow.
on theme.
There you go.
Terrible. Speaking of mildly impressive, this isn't mildly impressive in any way.
These segues are on point on this.
They
Right.
really are. This is going
Hitting
great.
the mark.
Rockstar Games is now the latest publisher to have their own launcher on the PC, which I'm sure everybody's super excited about.
What?
I don't know why.
And this must be why I saw this headline. They're making Vice. No, not Vice.
San
City.
Andreas.
San Andreas.
San Andreas is free.
Free.
Right now.
Because it's on their launch.
Because it's on
okay.
there. So if
It's
you
all coming
download their
together.
launcher, you can get GTA San Andreas for free right now. But yeah, it has like a bunch of the GTA games. It has, I think, LA Noire, which I think was a Rockstar game.
This seems to be Rockstar.
And so basically it's just yet another launcher that you download, and it scans your computer for any Rockstar games and puts them in there and transitions your saves, which I would not trust in any way, shape, or form. But like, how many of these do we need now? Like, why? I don't understand. When you have something like Epic, which has like a bunch of different publishers, like I totally
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah.
I don't know why individuals have them. Like, there's one for Rockstar now. There's one for
Origin.
Origin.
Ubisoft, Blizzard.
Bethesda. Like, why does each individual publisher need their own
Bethesda's one is
roster?
weird because
It's online. It's like a web-based thing.
It's just a web-based thing, and you don't even need it to play the games. They just want you to download it, but you don't need it because you can buy Bethesda games on Steam.
Mm-hmm. Which I think I think that's the way it is for all of them. You can buy all of them on Steam.
I mean, if you think about it, in the sense of like, kind of like what's happening. So, kind of from my perspective with the film podcast, with Disney Plus and Netflix,
I was just
and Hulu,
gonna say that, yeah.
Like going in the route of if you have one hub for one developer or one studio that is putting out consistently good products, then you're going to want to capitalize on, well, hey, at one point in time, this is the only place you're going to get, like we see now, Disney movies, Disney content, all that kind of stuff. This is where, now you're only going to see Rockstar games, Rockstar content, Rockstar DLC.
But Disney's on another level. Disney is the only one I think that can do their own. But like CBS All Access is not exactly raking in the dollars. Nope. DC Universe is not exactly like these individual people are trying to do it and it's not working super well. I think CBS is probably the one that's doing the best
out of the ones that are currently.
Well, it's that same theme where it's instead of having one like cable, you have all these a la carte options.
Yeah.
But I feel like what's going to end up happening is in like 5-10 years, it's going to circle back, and now someone's going to come out with this one centralized location where you could see Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus. It's going to be all this one spot instead of going to all these different websites, so you can see all of the entertainment.
Well, and there's already things that are lining up,
like that.
like Verve, VRV.
Yeah.
That's a really great one that has like so much content in one particular place, like Nickelodeon content.
I think Rooster Teeth stuff is on Verve.
Exactly. They're on there. Shudder content, which is a horror-based subscription.
Okay, I'm talking about like mainstream stuff.
Oh, that is mainstream stuff. I mean,
you're talking about web stuff.
I was going to say you're not mainstream, but
I'm not.
That's
Thank
mainstream.
You very much.
There you go.
100% original.
By the way, have you seen Far From Home yet?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Wow. You just wanted to call him out on that. You know he didn't.
Yes.
You just wanted to.
Yeah.
Is that how non-mainstream you are?
Because yes.
He's such a hipster. He hasn't even seen Far From Home.
I haven't seen Far From Home yet.
Beautiful.
You know what though? At this point, it's almost out of protest because I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be like, oh man, that's so cool. I can't wait to see what they do. Damn, that's right.
That's what's the most upsetting is you are gonna feel exactly that way. It's fucking infuriating.
I know. So I'm not in a huge hurry.
No, you have to. I want to talk about it.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Up on the mic.
Just
it's
because
same thing with me playing with things, Emma.
The thing is that, you know what? I think Webb's going to do exactly what he just did with the Power Rangers movie, and he's going to wait a few years and be like, by the way, did you guys know that in Far From Home...
No. Let me clarify.
The Night Monkey is an actual thing?
Let me clarify. I watched the Power Rangers movie in theaters. We were just talking about Jason David Frank, and it correlated.
So you went and saw Power Rangers in theaters, but couldn't drag your ass to go see Spider-Man.
Okay, here's the thing. Power Rangers, that was 2 years ago, Emma. Get with the times. Second of all, the girl I'm dating, she has not seen...
Don't blame her for this.
No.
Don't blame her
I'm
for
not
this.
blaming her.
Throwing her under the bus.
This is a reason she listens to this, too.
If I
She's
ever
gonna
meet
get upset with
her...
me.
I'm telling her about this.
She has not seen all of the Marvel movies, especially Infinity War and Endgame. And she even said, hey, do you want to go see Spider-Man when it was in theaters? And I was like, but you haven't seen Endgame yet. She's like, that's fine. I'm like, no, it's not fine. Because that's a huge spoiler for you.
Throwing her under the bus.
Wow.
I'm not throwing her under the
so
bus,
you're using her as a shield for why you haven't done this on your own. Even though we just...
I'm not going to go to the movies on my own?
We just
Why?
recently talked... No,
It's
it's on digital now. We just talked about it a little bit ago. It's now available on like Vudu.
Yeah,
and
I just need to wait for her to not be home, and then I'll watch it.
This is his porn apparently.
Your fucking face.
She comes in. Oh, I didn't think you were gonna be home yet. I was watching Spider-Man.
In like a split second, you were trying to figure out what he was talking about. This is why you guys have to watch us on Twitch, because that was great.
Oh man, she's on for a second to say something after the show.
Does she listen?
Yeah, she listens.
I don't know what I was gonna say. And then I want to meet this girl, and I'm really upset that I haven't yet.
Yeah, I was with her when you were like, "How come we haven't met her yet?"
It's because he's embarrassed of us.
We were playing video games.
True.
He's embarrassed of us. He doesn't want us to embarrass him.
Well,
we got to pull out that video, Webb. Hey, we got to pull out that video from archives of that one time we played that card game and we got you super drunk on.
Oh, I burned that video.
No,
I have pictures of it.
I have a copy of it.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
I work in IT. I hacked your phone and I burned it.
Who's ready for a fucking downer?
That's
So, do you guys remember 2 years ago when there was that swatting incident and that guy died?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for those of you that don't know or don't remember, first of all, swatting is this thing. Why did we reach for that at the same time? It was super weird.
Y'all are like moving my screens and everything. God.
That was 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago. It was 2015. Anyway, I will not be giggly. Yeah. So.
Oh God.
She's like, remember that when that guy died?
Horrible. So 2 years ago, okay, let's start from the very beginning. If you don't know what swatting is, I feel like everybody does, but just in case, so swatting is basically this thing that started with online gaming and live streaming, where somebody would call the police in your area. Somebody that doesn't live near you would call the police in your area and report like some horrible crime that would necessitate a SWAT team coming to your house, kicking down the door, and then they catch it on the live stream. It's hilarious. Oh my God, so funny. Oh, whatever. It's horrible. It's horrible. And somehow it became an actual trend. So in 2015, this all started over a bet on Call of Duty for $1.50. That's what triggered all of this. A guy lost a bet to somebody on Call of Duty, and he got so pissed off that he decided, we're going to SWAT this guy. So he gets the idea, or one of them gets the idea, tells his buddy, gives his buddy the address and is like, hey, you should do this. And he does. So he calls a SWAT team. He reports a homicide hostage situation. He pretends to be the guy on the phone. I'm going to kill them. I'm whatever. So the SWAT team goes to the address, goes in, guns blazing, kills the guy that opens the door. And not only was it not a real situation, the guy on the other side of that door wasn't the quote-unquote right guy. It was the wrong house.
It wasn't even the guy that was intended
It wasn't.
for.
No, they gave him a wrong address.
Yeah.
So Andrew Finch was the man that died, had nothing to do with any of this, didn't know any of these people, just got a knock on his door in the middle of the night at one point, and SWAT came in and killed him.
What happened? What led to him being shot? Like,
I think it was that he was reaching for something and they thought that he had a weapon of some sort.
So the thing is, the guy that shot, the officer that shot him wasn't even at the door. He was across the street with a rifle. There were like 9 officers between him and the guy. Not one of them pulled their weapon. Not one of them shot him. The guy across the street decided he saw something and fired. That's a whole other story because that guy wasn't charged with anything. But so the officer involved was not charged. I believe he wasn't fired. He was on administrative duty for a while. But anyway, in March of this year, so this was in 2015. In March of this year, the individual...
So 4 years ago. Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Just length of time. Was it
really that
It was.
long
I said
ago?
2, but it was 4.
Yeah, you said 2.
4 years ago.
I can't count.
I did not think it was that
4 years
long
ago.
Oh my God.
So the individual who placed the call and actually made the call, gave the cops the information, and that resulted in this man's death was sentenced to 20 years in March because he pled guilty to, among other things, basically placing a false call, fraud, things like that. This apparently wasn't the first time he'd done something like this. He had multiple counts of
He's
placing...
a Call of Duty player.
Yeah. Had multiple counts of placing false emergency calls. So as of this week, the guy who provided the information, whose idea it was in the first place, was sentenced to 15 months. So the guy that placed the call got 20 years. This kid got 15 months for, I think it was, actually I wrote it down, is obstruction of justice and conspiracy. So it wasn't charged with manslaughter or any degree of murder. And
Even though he was directly involved.
Yes. So all he got was a conspiracy
I've seen enough Law and Order
charge.
episodes to think that should at least be manslaughter.
I don't know.
Yeah. Because it sounds like, it's like in any other situation. Like if you plotted with somebody to be like, hey, you should go and kill that guy. And like it ends up resulting in that person actually dying. Like the person who, in most cases, who is like doing the thinking and the logic, they usually get in trouble. Mm-hmm. Like a lot more than that. So this situation, first off, swatting is just such a stupid idea altogether. All the little kids who think it's a funny little goddamn prank, it results in some serious damage in a lot of people, and obviously, as we've seen, in someone passing from it. So it's like, you take something as serious as, you know, conspiracy to murder, you know, to have someone murdered, and you have something like this. Like, I don't really see a difference in my opinion. You know, if you're doing something like this, and
he provided the address.
Exactly.
Like, I don't understand how that. I don't know. He pled guilty, so I don't know if there was some sort of plea deal that he got. But he got 15 months in prison, a $2,500 fine, and he's barred from online gaming for 2 years.
No, actually, that's a great point. They're conspiring like Manson, like Charles Manson. He sent the people to go and do that deed, and he ended up dying in prison. He was in prison.
I would imagine the defense there is that it wasn't. He was never conspiring to murder anybody. He never intended for anybody to die.
Yeah, but so do people who drive in cars and like end up accidentally killing people.
Oh yeah.
Like, I feel like that's where the full amount of the law should have been given. Yeah. Like, as somebody who accidentally kills somebody, which, like David had pointed out, that's manslaughter.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't fucking know. It was in Wichita, Kansas, if I remember correctly. So I don't know.
I think that sounds right.
I don't know about Kansas law.
That sounds about right. Wichita, like, yeah.
Yeah, I was more like not surprised but angry that the officer involved had no consequences.
Yeah, what's with that?
Like, wasn't fired, wasn't charged with anything.
Well, that was also 4 or 5 years ago, prior to everybody being more focused on like watching, as closely as they are now.
And there could have been an internal investigation.
There was, and then the district attorney decided not to file charges, which is not uncommon.
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole situation was horrible and shitty, and I've like, you know, I mean, you see things on Twitter. I think somebody, I can't remember who it was now, but basically somebody that is like a large Twitch streamer was talking about the fact that, like, yes, I'm aware that this happens, so I'm literally in contact with the police in my neighborhood or in my city, and they know my address, and they know if they ever get a crazy ass call like that to this address, they know that it's a possibility. So, like, people have to go out of their way and inform law enforcement, like, hey, I'm an online personality and this is some shitty stuff that might happen.
Yeah.
It's so, like, unnecessary. Like, that, oh my God.
Well, and I think that's where, like, and mind you, this is just from somebody who doesn't stream as regular, like, as you guys, but I think that's something where it has to be taken as serious as somebody who works in a particular place that has the possibility of, like, people showing up to their work and shooting up the place or doing harm. Like, before here, I used to work for a large radio network that they used to be worried all the time about people coming to the station and doing some really stupid shit. And so they would completely, like, remove any possibility of them seeing the address online. And if people did come, it became like a whole federal thing. Like, cops were called, and there was, you know, the charges were pushed to the nth degree for, you know, stalking and conspiracy to whatever. I think that should be the same case when it comes to certain streamers, like, or just streamers in general. Like, it's technically a business. I mean, you guys do get revenue from it. And I think that's kind of the amount of care and, you know, consideration that has to be made when it comes to, like, recognizing this stuff is no joke. And doing stupid stuff like that, where there's actual harm that could be caused to the streamer or to whoever's in that place, that's got to be something that's taken into, like, heavy consideration. So,
fucked up shit.
It is fucked up shit.
So I'm glad that the one guy got 20 years, but I cannot believe this kid only got 15 months. I also don't know how old they were at the time. I don't know, because I don't know how old they are now. I don't know the articles I was saying or reading said, but yeah. So that's a thing.
That's a thing.
That's crazy.
Can we turn this frown upside down and end it with a little bit more of a positive?
Batman Day is. Oh, there is a new Pokemon.
Yeah.
Want to talk about sirfetched?
Oh my God, he looks like he took a lowland executor and, like, made him his sword. Like, he carved like the outside.
Oh my God,
of that.
it does.
Yeah, doesn't it? He decapitated executor and he executed him.
Is just very upset right now.
So yeah, sirfetched. Farfetch'd, who I'm pretty sure was a Gen 1 Pokemon. Was he a Gen 1?
Yeah, Farfetch'd.
Yeah. So he finally got his evolution or something. I don't know. He looks like he's about to have sex with anything. Like, he looks like that dude.
That's not where I thought that was going.
No, I don't know how to word it. I regret words.
Does he look like a Chad?
Yeah, that's it. I don't know why I couldn't formulate. I'm so tired, dude.
A Chad holding a green onion.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like to me. It didn't look like a
it's
decapitated executor. It was a green onion
I actually have a
that he
picture.
shaved.
I have a picture for you.
Horrible. No, I was like, as soon as I was like, Chad.
It's that.
The word is, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It's exactly what it looks like.
That's
It's
what it looks
horrible.
like.
I hate it.
Well,
I hate everything about it.
But like
I think what Eddie's talking about is Eddie's co-host. His name's Chad.
Yeah.
Well, technically not at this particular moment.
That's true. He's on
hiatus right now. Administrative leave. We've had to take him to HR, and we've had to have a whole conversation. So
the funny part about that is he would be the last person to be taken to HR. He would have a conversation.
He would probably have the conversation with HR's
He would be HR.
He would be HR completely, 100%.
Salt of the earth, nicest guy.
True.
I just want to say salt of the earth.
Yeah, if he's listening, I'm sorry.
Never said that about people.
I love you, Chad. It's okay. Did you guys
listen to the show?
Did you guys check out
for him.
Did you guys check out the new Year of the Villain comic that dropped today?
No.
So DC's dropping a brand new comic called Year of the Villain #1, dropped today. Essentially, it's Lex Luthor and the Legion of Doom conspire with cosmic gods. It's supposed to be the next large event for DC that's actually supposed to usher in a very similar thing to, as Corey actually has on the wall, House of X. So it's supposed to be comparable.
I don't think that's House of X.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure that's not House of X. I'm pretty sure that's the new X-Men
Literally House of X.
It
right
says
there.
right
Says
there, House of X. You know, it's okay, David. We know you forgot your glasses. It's all right. So,
It's accurate.
no, so this is supposed to be something in terms of like a really big event for DC, and I'm actually supposed to go pick it up tomorrow. I didn't get a chance to today, but I'm actually anxious to check it out and see it. So
Go check it out, Oblivion Comics and Coffee.
yes, sir.
Go for the comics, stay for the coffee.
Yep.
There you go.
So
I nailed it that time. And
Well,
I said it correctly.
You said it correctly. I'm very proud.
Thank you.
Very proud.
100% on accident. That is the theme music, everybody. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. This episode's going in the books as
That
probably
it
one
is.
of the greatest episodes, I think.
I don't.
one of
Nexy.
the greatest.
Hello.
Hi, welcome back.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Are you going to be streaming?
Yeah.
When?
I'm actually doing a big stream this Saturday starting at 6 p.m. as my 2-year celebration stream.
Whoa!
Hey.
2 anniversary.
Yeah, so I'm starting with like 12 hours, and then people can like every like $50 donation. I'm bumping it up an hour, and I'm gonna end up dying at the 24. So because I know
I've
that
done
my
a 24-hour
community
stream.
will.
No,
I-
you have
the
not.
longest-
You have done a 24-hour stream with 2 other people
No.
and done shifts.
Hang on.
Oh, yeah.
No, we did not do shifts. I promise you we did not do shifts. The other 2 people did go and take naps, and I did not. I stayed 24 hours. I was playing
I don't
Evolve
believe
at hour 20, not knowing what the hell I was doing, and I was playing with the developers of Evolve, and I still, I knew I should be excited, and I knew I should be having fun, because I was playing with like these game devs that made a decent game, but it wasn't comprehending to my
Comprehending?
tiredness.
It wasn't comprehending.
It was.
I'm
He's
not
still very
comprehending
tired.
anything.
He's
It's a
still
real
tired
thing.
from that stream.
I'm still tired. I've never caught up. I'm sorry. Nexy.
Anyways.
You had the floor.
You can check out that stream and come make me suffer on twitch.tv/nexuswashere_.
What games are you going to be playing? Do you
Dude.
have set games?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be like
Dead by
playing
Daylight?
maybe Dead by Daylight, but that game makes me very drained and exhausted, so it's gonna be very difficult to do that for 24 hours. But we're gonna be playing Breath of the Wild. We're gonna do some community games like Super Smash Brothers and Mario Kart and
Nice.
And like Jackbox games, maybe even Uno.
No, don't do it.
I'm gonna do it.
That's worse than Dark Souls.
Hey, I crush at Uno. I'm so good.
Speaking of Dark Souls, Emma,
What's
what's
up?
your stream schedule?
I will be on Thursday at 1 p.m., probably Friday at 1 p.m. as well. I'm doing more creative streams the next couple weeks as New York Comic Con comes up, and I'm in ribbon hell.
You're making a lot of ribbons.
It's a lot of ribbons. I thought 3,200 ribbons would be enough, and I was wrong.
Have you announced what
Yeah.
year? Okay.
No, I'm doing Harley Quinn's new costume from the Birds of Prey movie.
Oh.
And
Nice.
so that jacket that's all like ribbons and shit,
Yeah,
I'm making
yeah.
that. I'm making that, and I hate
Nice.
myself.
How are you going to feel when the movie comes out and she's in that jacket for maybe one scene?
I'll
And
be
it's
fine.
not even this big thing.
I'll be
It's not even this
fine.
thing. Or worse, they cut it.
That
Because
would be,
all you're doing,
that would be the worst.
you're just working off of set photos,
I am.
not actual scenes from the movie.
I am. You know what? It'll be okay because I want to make one of her other ones too.
What if
There you go.
What if that's not even a Harley Quinn outfit? What if that's just the actress's jacket that she wore to the set and she's eating a burrito?
I mean, she's in it in the teaser. Okay, she's in it in the teaser. It's a Harley jacket.
That's true. Okay, that's fair. That's what saved you.
Yes.
There you go.
Eddie, what do you have to promote?
We got our next episode coming up next week. Actually, take this back. Step back. We have a extra credit episode dropping this week on a conversation, a little bit of a conspiracy or a controversy, sorry, that Spencer had with the recent It Chapter 2 film. And he wanted to go in depth into that and
Is
talk
it the
a little-
one that we started to talk about?
It's about at the beginning of the film.
Yes.
Yeah, Spencer
He
really.
had controversy with it?
He well, you have to listen to the episode to figure out what happened.
Oh, I see what you did there.
But yeah, I mean, Spencer had a lot to say about it, and we actually talked about it at length. So listen for that this Friday dropping, and then we have a new episode debuting next Wednesday on Last Blood. So Rambo Last Blood. But yeah, you can check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/Filmlosophers and our Twitter page at twitter.com/Filmlosophy101, as well as filmlosophers.com at the VGB Studios website.
And that is our show, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. If you are listening but you haven't watched the live shows, go check us out, twitch.tv/videogame_bang. You can watch our live shows, you can watch past shows, etc. If you are watching but you've never listened to the show before, you can go check us out anywhere that you could find a podcast: iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, Google Play, Stitcher. Basically, if it plays podcasts, we're on it. You can also check us out on VGBstudios.com. Go check us out on the shows page under Video Game Bang. You can see past episodes there. We will be back on... Well, I won't be back, but some of these people will be back for the Saturday show. Until then, this is Roll David Webb, EmmaSkies, Nexy, Eddie saying, see you guys next time.
Peace.